Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest MetaQuest and virtual reality news. We join our hosts, the father-son team of D. Scruffles and Stratus today, as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the world of virtual reality.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR, coming at you with another edition of VR news, and we are recording this one on a Sunday with no time limitations, of course, within reason. Still got a YouTube live to do after, but last week we were...
Gotta eat, dude.
Last week we did it squeezed in on a Saturday night after you got out of work, and we kind of rushed through it. That's not
that or not do it.
That's not an option with us. We've been 4.5 years in, never missed a week yet, and when we've traveled, we've always banked episodes and such, so we weren't about to start yet. But we have a little bit more of a traditional paced episode today, so I'm excited for it. There's a long list of news to go over, some new games, game updates, reveals, sales numbers with headsets. Well, not really sales numbers, but usage numbers. We had a fun episode ahead of us. But first, I do have to plug. I know, routine listeners of the show have heard it, but as I've learned with the Discord, sometimes it takes that one time that, you think you've said it enough times, and that one extra time you say it is when it clicks with people. So I'll throw it in here that we have two big events coming up to close out 2025. The first one I'm so excited for because it's something new that we've never done before. We're doing a Ruffathon stream. Pretty much a telethon, but with streaming.
12 hours of marvelous fun.
Yes, we announced that we're starting at 9 a.m. I think we can say at this point. The plan is to go 9 to 9, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Subject
Eastern
to
time.
Eastern time. Very good distinction there because we have listeners all over the world.
But 12-hour gap kind of can touch on anybody who is all over the world.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
It is a Saturday.
And that's the minimum.
We went with a Saturday because, I
wanted 24 hours.
That's what you're pushing for. But I'm willing, and, we'll talk about this more as we get closer. Some kind of stretch goals. If we hit certain numbers, maybe we keep going.
Pretty ridiculous to hit the numbers. So
well, shoot for the moon, right? See where you actually land.
See how you did that, though.
I'd rather go high, but, we'll do it at least 12 hours. It's going to be a mix of on-camera streaming like this, our community hangouts like we do every Sunday, usually around 3 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. But, just talking with the community, that's going to be part of it. We're going to do our news episode like we're doing now, but we're going to do it live. Mm-hmm. That's probably my most nervous part of it all.
Nah.
Sometimes we do make some corrections and stuff in the editing,
Nah, never an edit, dude.
So we got to be on our tippy-top game for that. We're also going to be doing some VR game streaming, both with just me and you. Gaming with the community, gaming with, you, the listener, and then also gaming with some of our favorite game developers as well, too. Doesn't mean if we're not including that person in the stream that they're not part of our favorite game developers. That's why I say some of our favorite game developers. Already have some studios committed to it, some more to go as well. So there's a lot of planning going on, but I'm comfortable to say at least 12 hours of live streaming.
Dude, if nobody was involved, it's still 12 hours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my, we could do 12 hours just on the camera like this.
It's not, we're just trying to piece together something.
Actually, what we've realized
nice,
when we were starting to plot together the schedule of let's stream with this person here, 12 hours goes fast, man.
It's not a lot of time in a production sense.
No, I think we could have, I'm kind of starting to lean with you, the 24, but we'll start with 12. We'll see where it goes.
No, the schedule, I'll say on paper,
is tight.
It's very aggressive. And that doesn't leave a lot of wiggle room.
No.
Especially when you're dealing with technology that, in 12 hours straight, you're going to tell me YouTube's not going to shut down in 12 hours?
Mm-hmm. We're going to need a hotspot backup. We'll iron this out as we get close.
It's a lot, dude.
Going to have a couple different ways for people to donate, whether through YouTube or whether through PayPal. We'll have all those options available, and as well the goals that we want to hit and stuff like that. And again, the point of this, I didn't say it today, but I've said it before, the point of this live stream is to help fund our new podcast studio we're building in my garage. We've been taking up a room in my spot for, 4 years now between where I used to live and our current spot. So I think we're well-deserved to have our own physical permanent location with a studio as well. But there's a lot of work that goes into that, laying down flooring, walls, HVAC, building the actual structure of itself, furnishing, potentially new equipment. So there's a lot of stuff, and the Ruffathon's designed to help take us over the line. And it's going to be, I think we're talking about some fun incentives and stuff for donations as well, too. So stay tuned for all that info coming before November 1st. But The Ruffathon is going to be on Saturday, November 1st, at least 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We are accepting studio sponsors for it as well, too. So if you're a game studio, you're a game developer, we have a lot of different tiers, depending on the extent you want to support. And if you're interested in that, definitely let us know. I think you were saying something kind of tongue-in-cheek off air a couple weeks ago, but it's true. Like,
well, no, man, because I mean, we're pretty open. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
We do everything we do for free.
If we were ever to do like a behind the curtain, there's not much behind the curtain that you don't already know. But it's like there's been a lot of people we've met who've been like, yo, I wish there was a way I could do more or help or whatever. And it's like, well, now you kind of can.
If you've ever wanted to support us, this is the opportunity.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, I don't think I very rarely ever will come out and be like, yo, it's like, we need money,
But the studio's expensive. We got to take things over the line.
Not just that, dude. It's like, I'll peel the curtain back on some others. There's a lot of expenses, we don't have to break down details, but there is a bulk of expenses that occur monthly, regardless of studio or anything else. And, we started it as a really more of a passion project of love.
No video.
And it's just, we were constantly pushing ourselves to just take shit to the next level. But essentially, it's like, we need the funds. It's like, there's no nicer way to say it. Studio aside, you have that thing completed right now, I'd probably still make argument because there's a lot of shit that has to be gotten. And it's like, we've eaten so much over the years. It's
with
like,
travel costs.
So it's like, this is that. And I feel so blessed for the
opportunities to go. Absolutely.
The times that we've had sponsors to bring us places, like Germany. I know a lot of the people who had their hands in that. I'll forever be fucking grateful to the core for that. But there's also a lot of times that shit happens.
Other expenses that come up, And even if a trip is sponsored, there's other expenses that come with it that aren't sponsored too. So
again, I'm not going to dissect it, but it's not.
We'll also say, I'll peel back the curtain a little bit more. And this isn't to throw shade on any other creator. I don't disparage anyone for doing their hustle, but for ourselves personally, how we do coverage and stuff, we don't charge any game to talk about their game. And there's a lot of people, that's all I'll say, is that there's a lot of people that won't talk about your game.
Well, it's known.
Unless you pay them.
I mean,
and that's not the case with us. Like, we do everything on this news list. The people don't even know that we're going to talk about it. We just talk about it. Yeah. Same with a lot of times when we cover a game and give our opinions, it's not like it was a discussion with the developer that
dude,
we just do it.
I want the organics of a true developer who listens to the show, who's going to hear it on Monday, probably not even with the intention or hope that it does get talked about.
Oh my God, the Ruff Talk guys talked about it?
But every single week you send me a message that gets sent to Ruff Talk that's like somebody, hey, thanks for talking about my game, or, so dude, we do what we do because we love to, but unfortunately what we love to do isn't free.
Well, we do it for free, but it's not free if on our end.
Oh yeah. No. That's what I'm saying. It's like, from a business standpoint on paper, like nobody would ever advise you to do it per se. And it's like, it has its moments where it isn't always that case, but you know what I'm saying? This is the year of,
we've never been paid to cover this or that.
We've
never said we won't cover it unless we're paid. Like, we just do it all for free.
We've never begged. I've never begged. You might have begged.
You're begging now. No, I'm just kidding.
I am, dude. I said a couple weeks ago to you, I go, dude, man,
there's ever been I'm
on that weird thing because I'm not like a stand on a street corner type of guy. But fuck, dude, it's like we legit need it, and I want to keep going, and I want to keep doing it. And I'm thinking of every one of those people we have met that's always like, oh man, if there was anything, it's like, yes, this is the moment.
Yeah,
$5, a cup of coffee, $100. I don't care. It's like it's like I'm coming out and saying it's like.
I like the way you ordered it off air to me a couple weeks ago or a week ago, however long ago it is, where it's like, if you've ever wanted to support, if you're a studio or developer, you've ever wanted to support us, now's the time. And we have a wide range of sponsorship tiers as well, too. Not talking the donation. We call them platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. So I'll let you use your imagination there. And just if you've ever been looking to support, just hit us up, and this is definitely the event to do it. And then our other event,
I would love to see more studio support than
community support.
I'll say community.
Because they tune in and listen. That's more than enough to me, you know?
In being part of charity events and fundraisers,
the community side is big.
It's always amazed me that the person that'll give you the most is the person who had the least to give. Mm-hmm. And it kills me inside when you see that go down in like a real-time thing. And you're like, that's weird, man. Mm-hmm. Don't care what part of the country you're in. It's always going to be that way. I mean, yeah, you could have a mega donor, right? And they exist and they do their thing, but on grassroots, on the ground, it's never to do with the Rolex coming over and stuffing $100 into a donation bin. It's like a family who's like happy to give it for like a holiday thing, and you know they don't have it to give. Mm-hmm. Holy crap! But that being said, that's why I'd much rather see a company be like, "Yo,
if you're a game studio or developer, you've ever wanted support, like I said, this is your time." But we still will have a lot of community of participation.
Dude,
and we even have some incentives we want to give for we'll announce those as we get closer. But then our other event we're doing on Saturday, December 13th, talk about another free one. That's the Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase. It's our first ever winter one. We're at over 30 studios have applied to participate so far. So if you're a studio or developer and you have a trailer, a new game, an update to a game, any big beat that you want to push out in December, we have the Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase right before the holidays on December 13th. You can apply to that. That's another one. We don't charge for participation. We do have sponsorships, but there's a lot of developers. They're they're frank about it. Like, I don't have anything to, it's tough as an indie dev, and we're just happy to promote the industry and their game and stuff like that. So if you have something you want to show off in December, fill out the link in our show notes or the episode description, below right there. And, we'll get you in the showcase. There's, like I said, already over 30 applied, and somehow I have a feeling there's going to be many more that come before December. So stay tuned for that. Again, that's Saturday, December 13th, live on YouTube. So 2 really fun events to close out the year. One November 1st, the other one December 13th. And then, I'd be hard-pressed to not say this, we do have a Ruff Talk VR discount code for any game or app on the MetaQuest store, including hardware. If you buy your hardware through the MetaQuest store, you can save 10% on any app, game, or hardware on the MetaQuest store by using all one word, code word Ruff Talk VR at checkout. And full disclosure, that does help support the show as well, too. We get a little trickle down from that, too. But most importantly, you save 10%. Who doesn't want to save 10%, right? So good stuff there. And then, probably the biggest news for me this last week, just because I'm biased, love some Walkabout mini golf. We've been hooked on the closest putt mode. Probably the first ever game. I hate to humble brag. The first ever game mode I've been able to get the better of you. Usually, I get my butt whooped in Walkabout, but closest putt mode has made me such a better gamer at Walkabout mini golf. I can actually putt good now, so I'm super excited about that. One of my favorite VR games in general, and I know we were both excited to see this. They announced their next course coming to Walkabout mini golf, called Forgotten Fairyland. I didn't see... Oh, actually, yeah, no, it's coming this week on October 9th. This Thursday.
I know Discord's already got a gameplay set up to roll. And they, when they showed the little teaser, I kind of nailed it. Mm-hmm. For once, I nailed it. So I'm not upset about that. But now it's just a freaking waiting game, dude.
Well,
wink.
Less than 1 week. October 9th.
It's like... Yeah, everyone will get to play it.
Mm-hmm. I think this one's going to be good. It's called Forgotten Fairyland. The teasers that they're showing of it looks... I
want the balls.
See some carnival-looking stuff in the back. I see a roller coaster on the image, like a roller coaster track.
Perfect timing for Halloween. But you know what? Do you think they'll come out with one before Halloween?
It's Walkabout. They could do one every week, and I wouldn't be surprised,
It's coming out on the 8th. No.
It's coming out on the 9th, on Thursday.
9th. So they got enough to cover it for...
It's a good... Forgotten Fairyland, it looks a little Halloween-y in the text aesthetic of the logo of it for Forgotten Fairyland. I'm excited for this one.
I think the environment's going to be fitting for the month, and it's going to be fitting for outside the season, because I don't think there's anything that's going to scream like, oh, you only want to play this on Halloween. Or
well, check out the paragraph that they put when they announced it. Just off a lonely highway lies the ruins of Fairyland Amusement Park. Once full of childhood joy, it now sits in eerie decay. yet something stirs within. So I'm excited for the Fox Hunt on this, excited for the Lost Balls, the music, but most importantly, I'm excited for the gameplay of this one and seeing what this course offers us. So stay tuned for Walkabout Mini Golf Forgotten Fairyland this Thursday on October 9th. And they did tease also on social media an updated UI that they were showing off with it. So if you haven't checked out the Walkabout Mini Golf socials, definitely go on there and check that out because, like always, they never just do the bare minimum. Looks like they're overhauling the UI of the main menu as well, too, and they gave a little sneak peek of that. So cool stuff there. And now to kick off the actual news, although like Walkabout new course isn't actual news, but this is the part where we start to lob it back and forth from each other. Titan Isles, a game that just came out on the MetaQuest last week. They have already announced a new update that brings a new game plus mode. New game plus is usually when you beat a game, you can restart it with, in some cases, it's like your stats carry over. Other cases, it's like a, difference in the actual game, like story or whatever itself. In this case, the new game plus mode is going to bring harder enemies, increased chip values, and adjustments to the Trident Titan boss's laser targeting. So cool stuff, man. New Titan Isles from SciTech Games. We interviewed John Hibbins the other week as well in the lead up to it. One of the best co-op games to drop this year, and it already has a new game plus mode to it. That's huge.
I mean, I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I would have let it stew for a week,
Dude, 1 week and they already got this? That's insane. Well, less than a week, technically.
No, he's got a... Dude, shit. When we interviewed him, we had played it, which is cool that we were able to say that we played it. It's a great freaking game, dude.
And I always say it's like one of my favorite co-op games of the year. But like, if you don't have somebody to play with, it's a great single player game as well, too. Don't let that description scare you. That's just because I love co-op gaming. It's a great top to bottom game, single player or co-op. And it's currently out on Quest and Steam, but there's a PSVR2 version coming in 2026 as well.
Hoo-wee. We got a new player coming to the game. And all I can say is the video looks cool. I'm biased. That's why I took this one. It's a rhythm game. This one's called RAGER, which just makes me chuckle. There's a million jokes you can go with
it. The game makes me get a rager in my... Never mind.
Rager in my cager.
I've been saying that so often, too. That's funny that's what you went to. What is Rager in the Cager from? Because
I don't know, dude.
Because my brain went to it right away.
Some stupid movie or some shit.
It's the first thing I said when I heard this name, and I don't like other people looked at me like, "What are you talking about?"
Why are you saying that? I don't know. Maybe it's genetic.
That's the first thing my brain went to, though.
Rager in the Cager. Oh,
was Rage in the Cage a WWE event?
Yeah, I'm almost.
Oh my god, I think that's what it is.
Rage in the Cage.
Okay, we'll carry on. I do have to say, because you're biased about this for a rhythm game. It's published by Impact Inc. I work for them, so.
But that doesn't mean shit, because Skiva kind of laid it out that it's not biased if the game is good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that led me into the whole impact vetting process. That certainly isn't just going to take everything that shows up in the mail or calls. It's like there's a real process here.
As somebody that works there, I'll say if it says Impact Inc. on it, you can probably say I enjoy the game.
Nah, I wouldn't say that, because there's going to be a genre they're going to pick up sometime, and you're going to fucking hate it.
Well,
not going to be it's a bad game, but it just means you're not going to like it.
We published Cactus Jam, which is a guerrilla taggy movement game where you're a cactus. That's not my go-to type of game by any means. Yeah, we hop in.
You got shadow accounts for Gorilla Tag.
But I won't lie, I went into Cactus Jam and I was like, all right, I'm enjoying this. There's team deathmatch and stuff.
Dude, I went into Gorilla Tag and I couldn't get past the tutorial. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? What am I doing wrong?
Dude, some of those kids, they got Orion Drift coming out. Another Axiom. I'm going to get lit up in that game. It's like soccery, but nonetheless, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, good luck. So anyways, the game we're supposed to be talking about, because this one's going to be big. This isn't, and that's why I wanted it, because it's like, remember I always say like, oh, if I could invest in a game, it's like, this would be the one. I think this one's going to leave its mark in the rhythm game world. So it's launching October 9th in early access on PCVR and Quest. It's going to be using like electronic music. What they're saying in the article from our boy Henry. Yes, is it? Yeah, Henry Stockdale. Very, very electronic EDM type music. I don't see anything in here that's not. You got dark synth, metal step, industrial bass, war drums, drum and bass, and more. I don't think the and more is going to be like an acoustic set with Nirvana.
Unplugged, or MTV Unplugs out here.
Yeah. So, man, you got weapons in your arms and you got enemies coming at you, and you already know you're going to have to like attack or block these enemies in timing, which is, I think, the uniqueness they're bringing, but it's got my attention. Itchin already have it. I think I actually bugged you last week. Like, yo, man, I know who's behind this game.
What
the fuck?
Can we talk about it this Monday? Like, what are we doing? You know?
Just so people know the seriousness of NDAs, it's like you would think just because of who you work for, I'd be privy to shit. That's not always the case. Mm-hmm. I'm privy to what I'm allowed to be privy to. Aside from that,
like I'm privy to the same amount as you people. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I know as much as you, and you know. I go, oh God, you guys are working on RAGER? You know, like, yeah. What sucks is I know my heart of hearts, you've played every single one of these, and I have to sit here and yeah, fuck you.
Oh, I already know. What's this? My mic cut out. What's this?
Yeah, and great. So there is a demo, but I'm avoiding it. I can't. I don't want to. I know this is going to be golden.
I've never heard of somebody dislike demos more than you.
I hate demos.
You're like, just give me the fucking game.
Just give me the whole damn game. This is coming out October 9th. Ooh.
Same day as Walkabout.
Walkabout's. Oh, no.
October 9th is going to be a big day.
Man, all I can do is add it to wish list, though.
Mm-hmm.
How much? How much will RAGER be? I'm going to guess easy $20. Easy, maybe $24.99.
Let me see. It doesn't say it in the article, does it?
I'm kind of digging the music. I'm not going to lie. There's a side of me that you saw in Boston that really likes that music.
Oh, dude, I think you you clubbed harder than that. We popped into a Twitch club, a Twitch event that was at a club.
Dude, that DJ, she was badass.
Oh, what's her name?
She's like legit. She's a real deal.
Her name.
Dude, her schedule was off the charts.
Nye Beats, I think it is.
Yeah, good job.
Oh man, I had to dig deep in the brain there. She was good. That was a fun event.
Dude.
But no, that's actually a good point. I think you're gonna vibe to this game.
I can already tell.
All I'm gonna say is next week I'm gonna shut off my microphone and I'm just gonna let you talk about it for like 10 minutes.
What, RAGER?
Before because I can tell you want to talk about this one.
I want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
I've been hearing about it daily.
It has all the makings to. I just want to confirm that my gut is right.
Well, I love
the sound's going to be good. The gameplay is going to be good.
Henry and his great journalism, as always.
Mm-hmm.
I love the descriptions. RAGER aims to blend timing-based melee combat with an electronic soundtrack across a campaign where you take down robotic enemies across short but high-energy duels. I feel like that is a...
And dude, the music choice, if you think about it, the beats, the one thing all these genres have that they're, from industrial to the drum and bass is
Mm-hmm.
what? A solid beat.
Mm-hmm.
And you need that for a solid rhythm,
No,
So I'm intrigued. And then are they going to use all like original songs, or are they going to use like songs that people would know if they're like hardcore into like dark synth?
Well, this is one we'll definitely have to talk about more next week.
So you'll catch me next week.
We're going to be making inappropriate jokes to each other on party chat about the name for all Thursday night playing it. I already know. Dude.
This is going to be good.
This is going to be a good one.
It looks like it has potential.
Yeah, I'll say it.
But again, I'm biased.
From the outside looking in, I just can say it's got potential,
Dude, for years I've said I'll stop enjoying rhythm games when one shows up that's not bringing something original.
Mm-hmm.
You have to bring something new, kind of like Walkabout and a new mechanic.
There's not many that do the melee combat style.
What do you think the new mechanic will be?
For Walkabout? Like gameplay wise? I don't know. There's a lot you could do in an amusement park. But you look at all of our favorite rhythm games, like Unplugged we were just talking about before this because we were talking about Roadie from Tenacious D.
Doing the mic check.
Yeah.
Check it, the mic.
You go, check 1, 2, 3. Next time you know,
you're
playing.
Check 1, 2.
Your Roadie playing off of your phone now. I'm like, we got to hop into it tonight.
Roadie.
But Unplugged brings its own thing. Beat Saber, they're the king of the sabers.
They're the king of the remaster, dude.
Trombone Champ is the trombone. That's unique. Maestro, using the composer. That's totally unique.
That's legit.
You make a great point that they all have to bring something new.
Dude, there was an older one. Remember, you had the cat and you had to like whip the beats. I think you had the two whips in your hands and you had the cat that walked in front of you.
Oh my goodness.
Right? I'm going way back. That might have been Apple App shit. But
Dude, I know. I'll get the name of it.
but that was original. I remember
Shit,
when
what
it
was the
came.
name of
I
it?
remember when it came out and we played it. And I'm like, shit, they brought something original. They really did.
You really do have to bring that original in melee-based combat.
I don't know how people
with weapons.
I don't know how people are.
That's
Honestly,
unique.
How has nobody done this yet?
I don't know,
Doesn't it seem obvious?
dude. Yeah, 100%. It almost feels like a little bit after the fall, kind of. But after the fall was just a combat game with that
Yeah,
little bit
no,
of rhythm
this
mechanics
is,
to
This
it.
is a rhythm game.
I know.
There just happens to be things that can kill you.
I agree. You read the description, you go, "It hasn't been done yet."
Yeah. Like someone had to have done this.
Nope.
I feel like there was a version of something, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
So I'm anticipating solid soundtrack, solid sound quality, and performing gameplay. Meaning like the hitboxes are going to register where they need to because there's obviously an element of timing involved. I'll anticipate leaderboards, and hopefully a lot more songs added.
I'm excited for this one. I'm even more excited for next Thursday to talk about it a bit more. But I think when we talk about it, I'm just going to mute and let you run off with it because this is so your style of game.
Can't mute because like you're not going to. Oh, you've already played it. Gee, you'll just be able to throw in your 2 cents.
What's that? My mic's cutting out again.
Great game.
So on this one might have been one of the biggest news pieces of the last week, at least to myself selfishly in terms of like games I'm looking forward to. Demeo. Maybe the game Demeo and Population 1. I say it a lot off air. If Demeo and Population 1 didn't exist, there might not be a Ruff Talk VR podcast. Like those two games were so big for capturing us. And dude, we went back into Population 1 last week.
Well, we got some old school listeners, right?
Yeah.
We don't ever say shit until it's like real. But we can just throw a teaser. There'd be a reason we went into Pop 1 and leave it at that.
That's a good point. Somebody's going to think we're interviewing somebody from the studio, but no, there's
a reason.
Big name person outside the VR world that's a big fan of VR.
That's too much info.
Okay. I'll leave it there. That's all you're going to get.
That's way too much.
That's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get out of me. But Population 1 was going to be our first ever episode of the podcast because we played it for months before we started the podcast. I broke my arm.
Yeah.
And I had a cast, and I was like, that spinny chair right there that you can't see up, but that you can see.
Yeah.
That's the same exact spinny
Hope
chair.
I can see it.
I put my arm on the armrest of it.
I remember you told our third that.
And I was like, that's how I played. I just kept my arm bent in a cast, resting on the chair, and I just swiveled around. And dude, I still did pretty good.
Dude, we came in second twice.
Yeah. Not saying we got a bunch of kills, but we're cockroaches.
Survivalist, dude. I don't give a shit. The end of the game is who wins, right?
If I get one kill and it's just the kill that wins the game, I'm happy.
Remember when they came out with that city upgrade and we're all bouncing around the map and I jumped into, I'm like, oh, I'm going to jump in this garbage can, which it should never let you do. You should stand on top of it. And I went right into it. And I'm like, dude, come in the room. Can you see me? And you came in the room. It was a blatant exploit. Blatant. I think we did it like 3 or 4 times. We even talked about it on the air.
We were like, we're going to get banned if we keep doing this.
100% was going to get banned.
I don't support that type of behavior.
Dude,
it was testing.
It even got to the point where I was like, dude, make some noise so they'll come run through the room and just.
No, we were cockroaches in Population 1, and we went back in last week and still did good.
I got so much adrenaline.
Yeah, dude, we did 2 rounds and I instantly we hop off. I get a message from you. You go, there's that adrenaline.
Still get the adrenaline.
I want to go back in.
What has always been our thing, though, we very rarely play with a third. So when it comes to the end game, whether it's the final 2 teams, it's usually 2 teams of 3 versus a team of 2. So there's a reason why we're being a little scavengy because we don't have a third.
Well, I care about winning.
Yeah.
I don't care about getting the most. Everyone plays different.
You can call me any name in the book.
I play Ghost of Tabor.
I
want to extract out there with items.
I'd prefer to.
I don't care about look, don't get me wrong. I want to get kills too, but I'm about looting, surviving. Same with Population 1.
Tabor's an extraction game. Nowhere in it does it say, don't survive.
The point is to survive.
You need to get from A to B and get the hell out. How you get there, and that's what I like, dude. You can play any style. You can hunt or you can be a freaking rat. It don't matter.
Same with Population 1. All of our strategies were coming back to me because it had been so long since we played it. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to hide in the wall. Like the shrinking wall, the red zone.
You would just take energy drinks and shit to keep your shield
and I
up.
did that a little bit. I started doing it a bit. Yeah. Dude, we got to go back in. That's a great game. But Demeo was the other one. It ended up being the first ever episode of Ruff Talk VR was reviewing Demeo.
Because, it was going to be Pop 1.
and then we were just hooked on Demeo.
Demeo hit hard, dude.
And I still think if Population 1, and like that's what captured us as new VR users, like sold. Like I am so sold on the medium.
It was proof of it working versus like proof of concept.
Yeah.
It was like, it works. You have a full game. And with Demeo, dude, to this day, all other chapters aside, it's one hard freaking game. After you get through the first, it takes a long time. It still holds up.
And they've added so much value to the game too.
They put so much into
new
it,
features, and there's other board games we play. Anything that's like a tabletop, we call it Demeo controls.
Demeo
when you can move, like they nailed it.
You can't Demeo move it.
They nailed it 4 years ago. Yeah, I mean obviously like VR has been around for a lot longer than 4 years, but in terms of the Quest ecosystem, like. To me, they pioneered that.
They weren't the first to do it, but they're the most recognizable for their modern day VR.
Shrinking, and I mean, that was a criticism a lot of people had of Civilization, that you didn't have those type of controls. But I digress. Demeo and Dungeons & Dragons are doing a collab that was announced a few years ago called Demeo and Dungeons & Dragons Battlemarked. And it was announced that they have announced a November 20th release date. So like a month and a half away. It's really not far away, and that's awesome. They've shown off some gameplay teasers, and it's going to be coming on all VR platforms, being PCVR, PlayStation VR2, Quest. I guess I can't say all VR platforms without a Pico there, but PCVR, PlayStation VR2, Quest, also flat screen PC, and PlayStation 5, all launching on November 20th at the same time for $29.99. At the same time, they are doing on October 13th during the Steam Next Fest festival, they're launching a flat screen only demo that features 2 quests from the game's campaign. You're going to be able to give you the choice between 4 characters: Dragonborn Paladin Bothrax, Halfling Sorcerer Tibby, Human Ranger Jessix, and Tiefling Rogue Ash. And then there's also going to be 2 more characters at full release that aren't in the demo: a dwarf fighter named Tharok and an elf bard named Lyria. And if you complete the demo, the free demo during Steam Next Fest on October 13th, you will unlock exclusive special skins for Battlemarked 2 20-sided dice at launch. So that's cool. The game's also going to have, I mean, this is some of my favorite titles I'm going to be dropping in this next sentence. The narrative lead for the game is named Matt Cernett, who formerly worked on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Icewind Dale, and the DnD tabletop game. I was so big on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, as well as Icewind Dale. I love Baldur's Gate 3 as well, too. So, I mean, man, I'm excited for this. The game's going to support up to 4 players with cross-platform multiplayer co-op. This is cool. There's no dungeon master in the game.
That was my $1 million question when
it was first announced. Yeah, they came out pretty early saying that there wasn't. Otherwise, I think they knew that they were going to get questions about it the whole time. So I definitely butchered some of the name pronunciation as well on some of those character names, but you know, can you really blame me? Both are accents and stuff. But yeah, no, Demeo and Dungeons & Dragons Battlemarked, November 20th, $29.99, with a demo coming on Steam on October 13th. So definitely check that out. Resolution Games is cooking on this one.
Stupid excited for it.
Yeah, this is going to be big. That's actually the 3rd Demeo franchise
I just wonder how much is going to be like, how much it'll feel like a carryover from Demeo versus a new game.
Can I be honest with you of one sad thing to me of this? Because it was always my number 1 request of Demeo was to make my own character.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard Dungeons & Dragons,
I thought you'd roll for a character.
I was hoping, but no, it's pre-selected characters.
Yeah,
6
that's why I'm
curious
of how much of the engine from Demeo.
Yeah, let's see how this plays.
But regardless of that, I'm all for it.
I'm excited.
I'm anxiously awaiting, and whether it be flat screen or VR or PCVR or Quest or in the future PSVR2 or in the future
or PlayStation 5, it is coming on.
Yeah,
at launch.
Yeah, I mean, I ruled it like it's probably going to happen. Although I don't know, some off-air conversations last night have me steering a different direction in what I'd really like to get.
What with okay,
yeah, you already know. You're not saying it either, but yeah.
Nonetheless,
I still would love Gran Turismo.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking No Man's Sky, dude. It pains me. We got great machines. Shouldn't have to take like tech support to run it. So, speaking of rhythm games, Maestro, probably one of the more authentic style of rhythm game, bringing authenticity with something people are familiar with and like classical music and like songs, definitely not EDM, but they are bringing a free DLC.
That's
called
huge.
La Creme de la Creme on Quest and Steam, right? You get
The cream of the crop.
You get new cosmetics, formal orchestra costume. I actually do enjoy when I unlock new shit. I'd wear it or change the and matching hands. So this one's got, what do we got? I had to actually Bouze is how you pronounce something that clearly doesn't look like it would be pronounced Bouze.
You're a better man than I looking that up. I would have just wung it and gotten it completely wrong. It's Bouze.
It's Bouze. Bizet.
That's bougie right
Some
there.
American shit. Bizet. Y'all's here. Bizet.
That's funny because Dizit is a big character in the Forgotten Realms world.
So it's just non-Frenched up Bouze.
Yeah.
So you got Bouze, Mozart, Beethoven, dude, huge. Holst and Brahms. Brahms doing the Hungarian dance number 5.
Ooh, Egeshegedra.
But yeah, it's out. It's out now. It is coming soon. The Pico and PSVR2. Dude, I love Maestro. I loved Maestro when it was just an Instagram thing. I got the demo for Maestro.
Yeah.
That's how much I love it.
Everyone got the demo for Maestro. It was so good. And then it went away for years.
Fake. Yeah, I thought it was just
and then Creature brought it back.
Dude.
Made by Double Jack, so it's not like Creature's developers, but Creature used that side quest fund.
Co-developed with Wild Sheep Studio.
Wow.
Yep. With co-development partner.
I didn't know about the co-development partner.
Wild Sheep.
I knew about Double Jack. But this is who, remember Creature did that funding with SideQuest? Mm-hmm. This was their big recipient of it.
Could you imagine if this one never
would have been sad? Made? Huge props to Creatures for picking this game because this is the one.
Graphics in the original demo when you turn and you look at your little orchestra helper who doesn't believe in you.
Pick up a pen or something like that, and you're like, no way.
Yep, dude. I bought Maestro wands on Amazon. I have 2 Maestro wands just because of this game.
Just for when you play it.
They sit right next to my friggin'.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had no shame in it. I'm like, why wouldn't I?
I'm leaving this episode wanting to play Unplugged because of our conversation before air, and now Maestro I want to hop into tonight. God damn it.
Unplugged would be a great one to stream.
That would
on the Ruffathon.
I think it was ahead of its time.
3-4 minute songs.
I think it was ahead of its time.
Switch off.
Imagine that could come out today and be like a really big reception. It was ahead of its time.
Saddest part about it?
Just the lack of support.
It just exists to exist.
They could have kept milking DLC packs on that all
He was
day.
good at licensing too.
Yeah.
I think he had something going.
I think he got a new job or something and it's just on the back burner.
Why can't you buy why don't they have an eBay for games?
That's an IP they should continue.
A little bug. I'm sorry. I'm not losing my mind.
There's a fly that keeps.
Remember the time with our
fan right in front of my eyes
with our other mics? Mm-hmm. It heard the
yeah.
Dude, did you hear that? What mic? Oh, the Yetis.
Yeah, when we had 2 Yetis, I remember one time my girlfriend opened up a bag of chips in the kitchen, way on the other side of my room, and I was like, "Dude, we need a new mic." And that was the same day you would come in talking about about the Shure SM7B. And
well, you know what iced it? We got our first interview booked, right? Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh, it was some real difficulty with the technology we had, which was basically a little smaller than a card table and 2 Yetis to have someone call in and pull it off. It was not going to work. We're like, we got to get better shit.
Best investment I think we ever made was
the Shure mics.
Yeah,
had me at Michael Jackson.
Yeah, recorded Thriller.
Yeah. Come on. If it can handle Michael Jackson's loud ass vocal range, he touch me.
So Maestro 5 new songs though. That's huge for free.
No, I dig Michael.
That's huge.
I would have let him touch me.
Okay.
Bouze.
Good stuff from Maestro, Double Jack, Creature, and what was the name of other studio.
Oh, Wild Sheep.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great name.
Because most studio names all have. It's like some studio names have more badass names than their game. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, if your game was half as good as your name.
I love a good studio name.
Yeah.
I know that sounds stupid, but I do.
Always respect it.
So this next one from a studio we love, Shell Games.
Shell.
Makers of I Expect You to Die.
Where is the fourth?
Among Us 3D, as well as other great games. Do you remember?
I remember I Expect You to Die. Remember wanting a new one.
I need to pull up the name of the game before the end of this article because it's slipping my mind. The cooking one, where they take you through the cooking lessons through the different cultures.
Oh my God, that was a great game.
That was such a good game. I'll get the name.
I'm mixing it up with Targo.
I know.
Remember Targo series?
I remember.
Targo drops bomb. They just did some other shit too, I think.
I'll get the name of the game before the end of this. I promise. But
that was a great game as far as like the authenticity of.
It was like Cooking Tales or something like that.
No, we own it too.
Okay, you know what? I'm on their website. I'll just pull it up. I'll find it in just a second because it was too good. Oh, Silent Slayer was great as well. So it was Lost Recipes.
Yeah, that was.
I loved Lost Recipes.
Not big on replayability.
No,
but a great experience.
And you can really actually make the recipes too. So great game. But Shell Games, they announced their next game, which is getting a free demo later this month called Project Freefall. I'm curious if that's going to be the final name or if that's like just a project name. But if that's what they're releasing the demo as, I'm guessing that's what's sticking. Project Freefall. It's going to be a free-to-play game launching in early access, supporting 4 to 8 player online matches. And you fight over the last remaining parachute while gradually plummeting and using various tools to knock out the competition.
As you free fall.
That actually sounds really fun. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely excited to check this one out.
This one had potential the first time I heard about it. At first I was like, and I'm like, you know what? You talk about time being of the essence.
It's going to be flat screen and VR with cross-play support between the two supported. So VR players can play against flat screen players as well. And the demo is going to launch during Steam's Next Fest on October 13th. The Quest demo is going to obviously be VR. However, the PC demo is going to be flat screen only. I'm expecting the full launch will have VR support on the PC. But again, yeah, cross-platform multiplayer support between PC and VR players will function as well. There's also going to be an in-game store since it's a free-to-play game. They do have to make money somehow, right? The game store is going to have additional skins. There's going to be a tag mode for gameplay in the game, and then different selectable divers as well, too. So, cool stuff. Free demo coming on October 13th, and then later this year is going to launch in early access on Quest, Steam, and Epic game stores with VR and flat screen support. So cool stuff.
Speaking of cool stuff, well, everything we're talking about is actually some pretty cool stuff. Had kind of a shadow drop last week because I'm not recalling talking about it week after week. But
with a name like this, it's kind of surprising.
Real risky, but whatever. It's out. $14.99, I believe, was the price I saw before my browser said you're not going to look at it anymore. Sherlock Holmes, the Master Detective in VR. And I'll tell you, there's a ton of Sherlock Holmes flat screen for every freaking platform.
Even a couple VR.
This one dropped in last week for the Quest 3, Quest 3S, 3D environments. I'll plagiarize right out of the article from our friend Henry Stockdale from Upload VR. Hoo-wee, you're going to don the role of Sir Arthur Conan. I'm not real familiar with Sherlock Holmes.
You know if that's like an existing character?
Yeah, so I apologize. Sir Arthur Conan, I'd love to be deemed a sir, though. Doyle's famous fictional detective. So yes, if you're familiar with the series, I'm thinking he's somebody tasked with unraveling a conspiracy behind a recent series of murders. Not surprised by this. It's up to Holmes to expose a secret society operating in the shadows. It seems pretty Sherlock Holmesy. You're going to have to figure. I own one for Xbox and I've never finished it. I actually think I hit a wall with some difficulty. I'm like, shit, and then just lost interest, whatever. But I'm down to try it. I think it's a little risky to be throwing shadow releases. Sherlock Holmes is a strong
I think
name.
they did it because it's early access, but I'm with you. It's Sherlock Holmes. You got to promote that.
Yeah, this would have been one I probably would have like, unless there were some issues. They were like, we best lay low on this.
Thrown
and
it
then
on the
it's not
Ruff
our
Talk
fault.
VR gaming showcase in December. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should have held it a month. What the frick? No, I mean, the price isn't bad. I actually think the price was a little lower than I thought it would be for Sherlock Holmes. I've seen like Sherlock Holmes, Agatha Christie, those names command a little bit of extra monies.
And understandably.
Yeah, licensing. But apparently Sherlock Holmes is not very expensive. Or is that open domain now?
Oh, I don't know. I
don't know.
imagine it's a paid license at this point because usually
You would think, right?
usually copyrights like 75 years from the last release.
Because Winnie the Pooh, I think, is open domain now.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they were able to, within reason, even if something's open, you still can't like do porn with it, you know. But they did that Winnie the Pooh horror movie, and it was a very fine line they were walking between crossing the line. But
I know because I'm a big Bob Dylan fan. I know it's a lot of times 75 years from the last time they made an iteration of it. So what, like Bob Dylan's, when he still owned his songs up until a couple of years ago, they would like do a shadow drop of songs, but only sell 100 copies of the album. So like nobody was really, not many people were even going to get it, but it renewed the 75-year copyright cycle.
I think the original Mickey Mouse too you can use. No.
Some of
Steamboat
them.
Willie.
Yeah, you can use Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
the
Mickey
latest.
Mouse.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Steamboat Willie's Mickey Mouse.
But a lot of times
Under a different name.
Disney's been trying to do the same thing too. Well, they'll do really small like animations featuring a character. So it renews the 75-year cycle on it.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Especially dude, you can't do anything in today's day and age. AI just everywhere. I like, dude, I've got honestly like so many videos I don't trust anymore. Like, get the hell out. That's not. And then some old videos that I thought were real, I'm thinking were early renditions of AI out in the wild. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that was real at all. Crazy.
Got you debating got you doubting everything.
Right? Making me wonder, second guess shit. But you know what I'm not second guessing? The fact that Sherlock Holmes, the Master Detective VR, decided to just slide into the store thinking that it's an easy process to find shit that's new in the store without knowing about it. But God bless you for your attempt.
If the developers hear this, I wouldn't be mad if it slid on in shadow style into my library either for me to check it out. So, as always, before we get through the rest of the news,
It's got a 3.8.
I mean, for early access, here's the struggle with puzzle games. Here's the struggle with puzzle games. You have one bug, it's a big issue. Like you have a bug in a shooting game, it's a little annoying. You can't have bugs in puzzle games by any means, so it all has to function perfectly.
No locomotion support.
That's not good.
Point and click teleport.
That's not good.
The guy said though that it looks so good he'll stick with it.
Oh, but that shows you if they launched with it. I mean, that person gave him a 4-star review. That's an easy 5-star review with just some basic locomotion.
Snap, turn, and teleport should be an option, but not the only option.
See, here's the thing. If you want to drop early access, that's fine, but you got to have locomotion options. Like that's an essential. So as always, huge thank you to our Patreon supporters on our on-air shout-out tier, as well as thank you to the listener, you, who tunes in episode after episode, or even just the occasional one when you decide to. But huge thank you to our Patreon supporters that help us keep the lights on like we were woefully saying at the start. Huge thank you to Asim, Amelia, Carson, Aspire Mike, who I did see load games, teasing some stuff on LinkedIn with hiring people and stuff, and you really only hire people if things are coming, you know? So, Asim, Amelia, Carson, Aspire Mike, Jake, Crispy, Shoes, Tom, and Chris. So, huge thank you to you all for your continued support, week after week, month after month, helping us keep the lights on. And don't forget, you can join that esteemed list of supporters by visiting the Patreon link in our show notes and joining the on-air shout-out tier. Like I always say, help us keep the lights on. And we also have the Ruff Talk VR Discord community, which is an awesome, non-toxic, vibrant VR community, extremely active with discussion of VR games, life, movies, books, Formula One racing, you name it, we're probably talking it there. So definitely go check out the Ruff Talk VR Patreon. Check out the Ruff Talk VR Discord. Don't forget, you can use code word Ruff Talk VR at checkout on the MetaQuest store to save 10%. Stay tuned for the Ruffathon on Saturday, November 1st. 12-hour stream, maybe more, depending on how things go. stay tuned for the Ruff Talk VR Gaming Showcase. We got a whole bunch of stuff in the works. The showcase on December 13th. And now that mouthful is done, it's funny to say mouthful as we're talking about games earlier called RAGER, but continuing on to the news, a game that I loved on the MetaQuest, and I'm so excited to see it hit Steam VR. I'm actually surprised that it wasn't on Steam VR yet. Homeworld Vast. It is a VR adaptation of the Homeworld series, which I loved Homeworld. It was great on the MetaQuest. It's going to be launching on Steam VR later this month on October 23rd with enhanced visuals as well as some other additional content as well. So stay tuned for that. It's a great game if you love real-time strategy games. I still think that that's an underserved market in the VR world. The Steam VR is going to have new challenge levels as well into it. And like I said, some visual enhancement. I believe those challenge levels are going to be coming to the MetaQuest as well. So if you're a fan of the Homeworld series, there's VR, there's MR. Like, I think it's a great real-time strategy game in VR. And I'm so excited to see it out for the PCVR crowd. And to be honest with you, I kind of already assumed it was out at the PCVR crowd when it came out on the Quest. And if you're a Quest standalone user, like I primarily am, do have PCVR as well. Play my PCVR a lot, but I would consider myself primarily a standalone VR user. Check it out. It's a great real-time strategy game if you haven't yet. Huge fan of it.
Freaking sweet. Never a dull moment in the news, huh?
Nope.
Speaking of never dull moment, this is kind of an interesting one because it's a very gatekeepered thing going on here. So after a 4-year dominance of Quest 2 being used on Steam.
It's like the number one used VR headset on Steam.
Yeah, as opposed to, I don't know what.
Valve Index, Windows Mixed
Quest
Reality
3
headsets.
and 3S has taken the lead. But not just that, dude. It's like that we knew would probably happen organically as more 3s replace the 2s. But they provided a full spreadsheet of all the others. Not as big percentages with some of the other headsets as I would have thought for Steam with how vocal the community can be. You get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, statistically, the most Quest headsets, if you add up how much are Quest 3s and how much are Quest 2s, but there can be overlap there.
Yeah, just
meaning like it could be the same users using Quest 3s and Quest 2s.
Still would count, though.
Dude, it counts for over 50% of the PCVR headsets on Steam.
50, yeah. So it's like, it's just weird because you know what I'm saying? It can be.
Yeah, you would think it would be indexes and HTC headsets.
I thought the index was going to be more than 13%.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
There's a thing that like,
dude, look at
a lot of
1.9% Quest 1.
A lot of Quest users aren't on social media passionately screaming about their Quest usage like you see from PCVR users and you see from PSVR2 users. But I mean, any game that's launching on all platforms, minus some rare exceptions, like Quest is going to be 60 to 80% of their total sales. Doesn't matter how loud the audience is around the others. Like when you talk about who's actually selling the games,
it's crazy.
Like the Quest store outsells vastly. Same with the headsets, clearly, even with PC VR usage.
You know what the reason? I mean, dude, it comes down to affordability.
Yeah.
Just looking at what you're up against, it's like
if you're more than $500, you're not going to sell as much as a headset that is $500. Especially Quest 3 is a damn good headset.
And dude, look at others sold pretty much as freaking Pico, HTC.
Yeah, HTC
Rift.
headset is 5%.
That's crazy.
Pico headset's 4.7%.
And others 4.3.
That's all the rest of them.
That's crazy, dude.
Rift,
I really would have thought Valve would have been
Rift
higher.
headsets still outperform HTC and Pico headsets on Steam.
We have to put Quest Pro.
Yeah, the Quest Pro really did. You know what? I think there is a market for that type of headset with premium users. I just don't think it was. Now that the Vision Pros come out,
it was just an Apple thing, dude. That's all that was. There was nothing more.
They dropped the price to $9.99, but remember they originally launched at $14.99. Mm-hmm. That was a mistake. Like if they launched at $9.99,
we know people who bought it at $14.
I think that they're like if they came out with a Quest 3 Pro, there might be a market for that at $9.99 of people that want face tracking, they want eye tracking, they want even more processing power. There's a market for it, but the Vision Pro didn't exist yet.
I think one of these others will take that.
The Vision Pro didn't exist yet when the Quest Pro came out. So the Quest Pro for $999 seems a lot less egregious these days. Having a headset for $3,500 on the market,
I just don't.
They got
see the
massacred for their price. I think that there's a market for,
if you're putting everything into the. I mean, it's not for gaming, right?
what, the Quest Pro?
Theoretically,
Yeah, it is.
well, I mean, yeah, but just like Apple,
Quest
you
Pro
can
is
use it.
Quest
but,
Pro is the originator of mixed reality gaming. That was the first headset with color pass through in the Quest.
I don't
line.
feel like they were pushing it to me as a gamer.
No, they were putting.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like.
And now we've got HUD glasses that are far exceeding my expectations out of the gate.
Here's my vision. I think that there's room for a Quest 3S with reduced lenses for $299. There's obviously a market for that, right? It's selling good. Quest 3, your standard. That's the me and yous. Like, we want really good gaming. Maybe we can't afford a $1,500 headset.
Yeah, but I don't want my machine to cost more because of your upper end failure.
How would it cost more?
Because you're gonna make a headset better than the 3 for a market that's like ridiculously small.
The Quest 2 was $299, and they had a Quest 2 Pro.
I'm just saying, man.
Quest Pro technically.
When I look at like it's so bad, they got to like group it with a Quest 1.
I get that, but I don't see how that
reach
would, I don't see how that would
1.9.
make a Quest 3 cost more. I think that there's a market for a $299 headset in a Quest line. You got the 3S for $299. You got the 3 for $499. Fuck it, drop $1,000 like wicked high end one.
They are. It's called fucking glasses. Am I wrong?
Yeah, because a Quest headset's infinitely more
I would
powerful
rather
than the
I would
display
rather
glasses.
HUD glasses over
I
Quest
would too,
3
but
Pro.
I think that there's a market for these people.
I'd rather they not waste the money.
I think there's a market for that type
They
of
obviously
headset.
didn't do well with the
Oh,
Quest
they definitely
Pro,
lost
right?
money on the Quest Pro.
So
But
it's like,
I think
who's going to eat that cost at the end of
think
the
if
day?
they did that these days, it
Fuck
would sell
that,
better.
man.
I think that people massacred it because a Vision Pro wasn't on the market yet, and Meta was so evil for selling a headset for more than $1,000.
Slap a 4 on it and give it to me then. Don't give me better technology than what you're giving me on day one.
I'm just look. The reality is,
Give me worse technology as an alternative after day one, but don't come out of the gate after I spend $700 and go, hey, for an extra 3, we'll sell you this in a month.
But you didn't spend $700. You spent $500 on the Quest.
Well, no, with
But
tax.
let's be real too.
6.25% on
It's
$600.
possible. I can't say this without a doubt, but I mean they established the Pancake product supply line for the Quest Pro, and then we got that on the Quest 3. It's possible if they never made a Quest 3. If they never made a Quest Pro, we might not have color pass through,
I doubt.
and we might not have Pancake lenses.
That'd be like saying like the billions they pour into the research
I get that.
would never touch on that.
But they
had to make a commercial model to prove it.
They literally established the supply line for Pancake lenses for the Quest Pro. And because that product line, the supply line already existed, they already established the connections with factories. That brought it to the Quest 3.
Yeah.
It might not exist in the Quest 3 if not for that move.
I think anything existing is just their willingness to say this is what we're going to do.
I just think that there's
At their
I think
scale,
I
dude.
think there's a market for it. I think I would love to see them do a Quest Pro too.
I'm going to cry if they come out with a Quest 2 Pro.
No, a Quest Pro too.
Oh, God, please don't, guys.
I think there's a market for it.
Please don't.
It's not going to sell as good as the 3S. The 3S
No,
is going
but
to sell the most.
someone's got to pay for all the manufacturing, right? Who's paying for it?
For all we know, they didn't even lose money on that. I mean, look, if they're selling for $1,400, they made money off of those. Yeah, but
Who's
look,
using it?
but look, that's comparable to all of the other headsets.
Our headset did so good. We'll put it
Because
with
here's
the
the
Quest
thing:
ones.
the HTC headsets, you can only use it on PCVR.
Yeah.
So everyone that bought it is part of that number. The Quest Pro, I'd argue most of the people that bought it never hooked it up to Steam.
Well, obviously 1.9
But I mean, like, yeah. So I mean, how many even connected? I think they.
versus 60%.
I'd be curious if they lost money on a Quest Pro. I'm going to say they didn't. I don't think it sold as good.
Could
I don't see.
have made money though.
I don't think they lost money.
When we
talked
talked
to
at
Sally-
14 and got to go down to 1,000, so you're already out 400 over expectation.
When we talked to Sadly Bradley, he was telling us there's no way it cost anywhere close to
the 14,
anywhere close.
correct?
I don't think they lost money on it.
All the marketing, dude.
They
no.
didn't market that shit for anything.
No, marketing meaning like people have to do something with. They did some minor marketing. Nothing huge. But
I think they made bank off each one that sold.
if I had the right to vote on like, hey, we're going to do a Quest 4 line, we're going to do 4, 4S. What do you guys think of a Pro? I'd be like, no.
I think there's
Please
a market
don't.
for it. I don't think it's a huge market.
No, it's literally like 1%. I'm not going to cater my love for 1%.
They sold a lot more than shows up there because in order to show up
overall,
there, you have to
overall
connect
usage. I'm just looking at
You have
Steam
to connect
usage.
it.
It's like
You have
people obviously aren't buying the Pros for gaming.
a 0.5 in between to the next generation.
I will
shows
argue
you the futures.
I will argue Quest 3s, 3Ss, and 2s are definitely being bought for gaming. The Pro statistically does not look like it's a big purchase.
It definitely
for
didn't sell
a
as
gamer.
much, but I think if you sold a Quest exactly how the Quest 3
Look
is
at
now,
that percentage difference. The variance is just.
well, they stopped selling it. You can't even buy a Pro anymore. So I think if
But Quest 1 is part of this.
Mhm.
1.9%.
I think
can't
if they
buy
sold,
one of those
I think
either.
if they sold a Quest 3 that had eye tracking and face tracking for $9.99, there's a market for it. There's people that would buy it.
I would wait for the 4 because I already know what it's going to have.
There's no guarantee
Based on
that
that. No guarantee.
there
but-
was face and eye tracking in a Pro. It's not on the 3.
I mean, if they want to piss away money and lose money, that's a fantastic way to do it.
I don't think they
Continue with
lost
the Pro
money on a
line.
Pro.
I don't know, dude.
I don't think they lost money on a Pro.
I'd
We'll
love-
never know.
I'd love to hear people's opinions on that.
I don't think they lost money on it.
What would make you think that? How
Well-
how the fuck do most companies don't make shit on their techier ones, right?
Mhm.
Like Xbox, Sony's, they take a fucking hard hit. You're going to tell me
I think
they
most
came
of
out of the
features
gate,
I think most of the best features
lowered their price $400. I'd love to have been there during that conversation too, where they're looking at an entire forecasted budget.
I think
plan
they got
for this
really
device,
greedy with their pricing.
and then when we got to take 400 right off the top, regardless of greed or like necessity, the minute you did that per unit, your unit cost just lost $400.
I wouldn't be surprised if that should only cost them like $500-$600 to manufacture. I don't think they lost money on the Quest Pro. I think that they way oversold the price of it, like way overpriced it in comparison to what it cost. And I don't think the Quest 3 would be anywhere as good as it is today if the Quest Pro never existed. We wouldn't have pancake lenses.
That's an opinion. That is purely speculation.
I get it.
Only again because you know and I know that they have a headset that performs one function only.
But I
and
can
then
say-
regardless of even that working, they decide what
Correct.
they're going to put into the next
But
headset.
I can say what is a fact in that they established the pancake line
Yeah.
for the Quest Pro.
Okay. And you're saying they couldn't have done that without ever doing the Pro.
I don't think that they would have done it.
They couldn't have said we're going to make a 3 and we want pancake lenses.
I don't think that they would have established the whole product line for a $499 headset. No.
Why not? They're a pretty big customer, dude.
I know.
People, you do amazing things when someone calls you and said, I need 12 million of something.
I think the idea of selling it for $9.99, $14.99,
I think you're
$12.99.
underestimating them.
I think that's what brought the pancake lens. I don't think that we would have pancake lenses on the Quest 3 if there was no Quest Pro. And I think not having a Quest Pro 2 is going to lessen the quality of a Quest Pro 4. And I also think
Okay. Then your expectation, knowing that there is no Quest 3 Pro, is that the Quest 4 will have a lower expectation because there's not a Quest 3 Pro?
totally.
Even though you know that they lose billions of dollars a year in new research and design. And none of that, unless it's proven in a commercial sense, is going to make its way into a headset.
We don't actually know how much they lose on VR.
Because of a supply.
We know how much they lose on VR, AR, AI, all combined together. We don't know how much they actually lose on VR.
No, I'm just talking research.
Again,
It's got to be we know they're losing money on it.
We don't know how much.
But we agree they're losing money on it.
Okay, that's a separate conversation, though. I mean, my point is
So we're losing money here to research stuff that we're never going to make unless we make a commercial model for more money.
My point
Very
is
strange.
that there's aspects of the Quest 3 that I don't think would exist in there if they never did the Pro. Being pancake lenses, depth sensor,
There's really only one person in the whole world that can answer that.
mixed reality. I mean,
Zuckerberg. You and I are just speculating.
they've gone on record and said that the Quest Pro
They've
was
said
what.
quite a few things on
Okay,
record.
can I finish my point though? That they've said on record that the Quest Pro was what proved to them the value of mixed reality gaming.
Mm-hmm.
They might not have done, according to their own statements, might not have done mixed reality on the Quest 3 if not for the Quest Pro proving it. that it has a function.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's a missed market in not doing a Pro.
Still doesn't
and I don't think that,
sell it to me.
And I don't think that little sliver is any indication of what they sold for a Quest Pro. I don't think, because like most people buying Quest Pro weren't buying Quest Pro to connect it to Steam.
I can buy one at Best Buy right now, right?
A Quest Pro, no.
No, I can buy it too, can I?
No. Those aren't for sale anymore.
No Best Buy sitting on nobody.
Well, I can't say what each Best Buy across the whole country has for stock, but it's not.
I'm just saying, if it did well, I don't know why it's not being offered still. Like why they would have, because that was a fast discontinue, dude.
Because it
was a fast ride. It came out.
Well, because it's a 0.5.
Apple did their thing. Zuckerberg went, ha ha ha, we've already done this, and then they knocked $400 off, and then it disappears.
I'm making up numbers, but I would wager that 90% of the people that bought a Quest Pro never connected it to a Steam account. Different market. Totally different market.
Yeah, it wasn't for gamers.
Mm-hmm. Same reason that you don't see, you can use a PlayStation.
Even though you make the argument that it is for gamers because mixed reality.
No, I said it proved to them internally that there was a market for that. I didn't say it was for gamers.
Although, I won't lie, dude, if mixed reality never happened, I wouldn't miss it.
Same with pancake lenses. You can't miss what you don't know.
I think we'd be getting mixed reality in the sense of the glasses anyways.
Maybe.
And to me, the whole world, virtual reality.
I'm just going to say that.
Like the word virtual reality to me never resonated.
I'm not going to say it would sell anywhere close to a Quest 3 main consumer headset. My point was that I think there's a market for it.
I don't think some people will agree with you. I think some people will disagree with you.
I don't think they would lose money doing a Pro.
I think there's only one person that can really answer it. And other than that, it's just a million people could have a million opinions.
Correct. I'm just saying my opinion.
A million wrong answers.
I think that there's a market for a Quest Pro headset.
Yeah, you keep saying it. I keep saying the opposite so we can move on.
Okay.
I'm not selling you and you're not selling me. I mean, I went into it from day one kind of like with the Pro line, not thinking it was a viable thing, and then it disappeared. So I'm not big into the let's do it again.
Well, I mean, they delayed a Quest 4 headset.
How'd they delay it?
It was supposed to come out in 2026. They delayed it to 2027.
Yes.
So the Quest 3 sold great.
Even though everybody with a 3 would say coming out with one that soon would have been real quick.
That's what I say.
That's on the consumer
Most
end.
people say the opposite. Most people that are vocal, like we're screaming, "Where's our headset this year?"
There was no part of me that it Connect this year.
That's
expected.
Me and you are in the extreme minority by saying that.
Because I'm like, why would you want it that quick?
Most of the VR content creators right now are going, "Where's our Quest 4?"
And not even like flat screen games pull that shit anymore.
There's people.
Years.
There's VR gamers, there's VR content creators making videos right now going, "I'm questioning Meta's support in VR because there's no Quest 4."
Yeah, but dude, there's a lot of...
Hear me out. You just said all Quest 3 users would say it's too early. The majority are saying, "Where's my headset?"
I don't know.
Me and you are in the minority.
I don't know the actual statistics.
Me and you are in the minority.
I don't want to misspeak and say minority or majority. I'll take a flat line with it.
Okay.
Because I just don't know. I mean, I've heard people like... Dude, Meta does anything. There's some people that come out and just start
I'm just using your own
slinging.
logic. You go, well, they killed the Pro line, so it must not have sold good. But the Quest 3 sold good, and they delayed it a year. There's a lot more complex decisions than just raw sales
really
number.
Good shit in the 4. That's why. I also think they're waiting for competitors to do some stuff, and righteously so, because I believe they can make decisions on a fly and not having to commit. So it might be a smart move. We'll see.
Oh, I'm a supporter of waiting on the Quest 4 until 2027, but for a fact, it was delayed, and that's regardless of sales. So, on more PCVR news, Zero Caliber 2 announced that its PCVR remaster is launching next month with new changes in terms of gameplay and visuals. That means that crossplay, quote unquote, isn't feasible with the Quest version because it's going to be pretty much a completely enhanced version, and it's going to be launching on Quest and Steam it's currently out on Quest, and it's going to be launching on Steam on October 30th. So really not far away. This month, end of the month, it's launching on Steam. So cool stuff. Zero Caliber 2 PCVR remaster.
Dude, you know how tight that's
coming out.
I think it's going to look amazing.
It is out on Steam now as well, but the remaster version
Yeah, no,
is launching on the 30th.
Don't dangle a remaster and expect me to go in prior. I like that awe of.
We had a great time with it on the Quest. Remember B Haptics, that rumble? Oh, it was so good.
Dude, I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah, it was really good.
So Dimensional Double Shift. I think we talked about this 3-4 weeks ago, that they were coming out with a new DLC called New Joyzy. Price points on freaking point. It is coming out October 16th for $4.99.
Oh my God, that's so cheap.
And just like they did with Hexus, see what they did there? Not Texas, but Hexus. If one person in your game owns it, everyone has access to it in your party. So Walkabout does that. But now I like the fact that this...
Any content DLC, I feel like that's what you should do. If it's a multiplayer game,
I'm shocked with DLCs that they'll do it. I like the thought of in concept of like, hey, my friend doesn't own the game, but I know they'd have fun with it. I'm not asking them to buy it. I just want to play with them. So it's cool. But when they're doing it with like new DLCs,
it's gangster.
Yeah, that's a little extra special.
But Walkabout does it smart where your score doesn't save, and that's always been enough and you can't find the balls.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are,
So you have to put some sort of incentive. Yeah,
you could find the balls as the host.
I feel like you can't just give the guests the full access to it by their friend owning it. Like, you've got to restrict them. No high score saving and stuff like that,
Oh, it's funny. Henry did this article, and he's talking about how he's never been to New Jersey.
Oh,
because he's in
Uncle Vinny has.
Yeah, he's never been to New Jersey. I'm actually shocked because I'd assume he's been to New York City. It's like literally right there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is their third one. They had Triaddle. You can see the play on Seattle. Hexus, which we all know is Texas, which we got to see that was that at PAX?
It was.
PAX East. They had Hexus.
We have some Hexus little like stickers and stuff.
Yeah, man. They had people trying it too.
We played this with not this DLC, but we played Dimensional Double Shift in Germany with the CEO.
Yeah, the head owl.
I'm sorry, the Sea Owl.
Sea Owl,
not CEO, he's Sea Owl.
So what are they saying here in quotes? New Jersey invites players to clock back in for chaos. So you're clocking in for work, folks. At a busted boardwalk full of greasy diners, greasier garages, and muscle cars with more attitude than horsepower. Fair enough. So if you haven't played it, it's a game where you're going to play with like 4 people, which includes yourself. You're each going to have tasks. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm not the guy to play this game with. I get so freaking... You're dependent a lot on your players kind of helping you with certain shit. And it's one of those you might say, hey, do you have this? Or can I get this? And you're moving levers and you're doing shit or you're plugging shit in because there was some puzzle-esque aspect. And I just fucking...
Well, I think that you were under pressure because the CEO was right there too.
And
I think we would do better just me and you.
Dude, it was pretty tight. Well, yeah, we had the CEOs there like in game.
Yep.
I think one of the developers who made the freaking game.
Yep. No pressure.
And me and
pressure.
you, and of course,
first time we've ever played.
Flow, and I'm like, huh? And even finding where the place was amazing. It's like Area 51 shit just to get into it.
We got to hop back in, just me and you. I think you'll do a lot better without the Sea Owl right next to you. And I think a lot of your shit was for him too.
Oh yeah, dude. I there was one point I think I was holding like a cable in my hand, and I'm just like, I'm just not doing anything, and I'm watching everybody hustling and moving, and I'm like, I am so fucking.
It's a great corporate team building game, though, right?
Oh, dude,
like because you have to be in a team flow together.
And yes, the stress of having the CEO was real, but he's such a nice human being. It's not like he was like, oh, you don't understand how to do it, you fucking idiot. No, he was.
No, I think that was just a you thing.
Yeah,
like,
it was just me. It's like the dude's a cool dude, humble to even be trying a game that was like. Not out on the market, it's like, hey, you getting a demo of this?
There's potential with this one, dude, as they keep pumping out these DLCs.
I love that they're having just fun with everything. Hexus, Triaddle, New Jersey.
Imagine Chicago and you're a fried chicken joint or something.
Check out your pizza.
Yeah, dude, there's so much you could do, right?
Chicago, the Bears.
Pennsylvania.
Oh
man,
dude, there's a.
I wonder if they have every state mapped out with like a pun.
I would go with a meatball. Meatballless.
Meat-a-soda.
Oh, damn. What would Massachusetts be? Massachusetts?
Dude, I was trying to think of Massachusetts or Boston, but they've been doing states, not cities.
New Jersey.
What would we do for Massachusetts?
I cannot be trusted with this New Jersey download, dude. I'm not the guy.
Maybe there's something with mashed potatoes for Massachusetts.
Gross.
Massachusetts?
Cranberries. Cranberries and pilgrims.
No, dude, you got to play this. I feel like this is tailor made for the Ruffathon. I feel like
it'll get us canceled. Dude, there's times we do lives and I'll see people be like, "Oh, Uncle Vinny." I'm like,
you don't know who you're unleashing.
Not without an edit button. Mm-hmm. It's just not.
The little censor button. We have a censor button.
No, but we need a delay. We need like that WWE 15-second so you can tell the production team like something bad's gonna come up. Nip slip.
Have you ever? I love on live TV when someone starts cussing and they try to censor it, but they're censoring
they miss it.
They just keep missing it.
They censor all the clean words,
and then they unmute it, and it just like boom. That's Uncle Vinny right there.
Or when instead of just doing the one long censor, it's like they're doing Morse code because they just keep pressing beep beep beep.
If we ever want to lose friends, we could like go to do someone else's podcast as me and you. And you just go on as Uncle Vinny, not tell him anything in advance.
If it was non-video, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we didn't do video, I would almost act like he was a third party in the room.
Well, we had talked about that a while ago of having a leaker, and we would make up rumors. We never end up doing it because it's silly, but we're like, we should have like a rumor mill. And it's like,
it was going to be a phone call too, I think. Like from a phone booth.
Uncle Vinny would be a great leaker.
Yep. I'm in the fucking street. Fucking outside in front of that guy's house right now.
Just talk about the new headset he's using. Yeah. I'm in Seattle at the Valve headquarters,
Start leaking Bradley. Like only following Bradley.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Yeah, no, Vinny can't be trusted on live TV. He just can't. And because of that ad read. It didn't take much for that to come out.
So we should blow through the rest of these, but New Jersey I'm excited for. Jersey. We got to check it out soon.
Dimensional does fucking shift whatever you use.
This next one I'm excited for, but it's also a tough sell to me because I feel like I'm covered with golf games in VR. Between Walkabout Mini Golf and Golf Plus.
Sounds like golf hate going on here.
It's hard to get a third one in me, but this one sounds fun. House of Golf VR lets you create your own mini golf courses in an MR environment on the MetaQuest. That's a cool concept, making your own golf courses. There was previous games in the House of Golf series, but they were all flat screen. This is the first VR version one.
Single player, I'm assuming.
I will check and I will confirm that in just a moment. Any golf game that's single player only.
I'm trying to think if you're making it in your space.
That's true.
How can I come to your space and invite it if we don't have equal space sizes?
Well, there is going to be fully immersive VR environments as well. Okay. It's just MR is the main
creation.
Focus. Yeah. But it sounds like you can create them in VR too, because the developer Starlight Games said there's going to be interactive puzzles in the game. That's interesting. Interactive puzzles in a golf game and competitive championships. And then there's also going to be hidden mystery boxes hidden all around the environments that contain rare golf balls. So taking the lost golf ball element a little bit from Walkabout. But
tread carefully there, son.
Yeah, next thing you know, they're going to have some putters for getting under, or a little fox hunt,
Unless one of them's homage to Walkabout, you better cut it out.
Look, interactive puzzles, one could argue a fox hunt is an interactive puzzle. And then hidden boxes throughout that contain lost golf balls, they're walking a fine line for sure. But I'll check this one out. It launches on October 30th on MetaQuest.
I'm always up for trying new shit anyway. So I'm kind of with you. There's
walking a fine line. It's tough to break into the golf market for me between those two games.
We got our love. That's what
yeah. Both are from Austin. How weird.
Hey, you think it's a shadow company? Look through the details.
Let me see where Starlight. Oh no, Starlight Games is from Liverpool. Okay. I meant for Austin we have Golf Plus and Walkabout both out of.
Oh, okay.
These guys are from Liverpool.
That would have been way too.
Find out Lucas Martel moved to Liverpool.
Right. That's my summer home. That's my summer homemade. Go out there, do the Aussie thing. We actually talked about this game probably about a month ago called Bird Watching Simulator, Birdseed VR. It is out in the wild, folks. Early access. It's developed by, do you remember the name of this company? Buffalo.
How can you forget that one?
Right?
That's a home run.
Dude, I have the mental picture too.
You were excited for this one too. We got to get you this ASAP.
First time I've seen, I think in the articles, the word cartoon used for
It's
the
like
graphics.
Walkabout mini golf graphics though, right?
Yeah, cartoon style graphics. It's a non-stressful, peaceful game. I've actually may or may not have read on people who have tried it.
Mm-hmm. You've been hyped since the first time.
Yeah, I've been pretty hyped. I think one of the people I read who may have tried it didn't start off with feeling the greatest, but then it caught on type of thing. So I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. You swayed someone who, because let's be honest, it's bird watching, dude. It's not everyone's jam, right? It's like hiking, you know, although I have a good joke about hiking.
Uh-oh. Is it like an Uncle Vinny joke?
No, it's actually a clean one. Part of the shit I was working on, but I'll put it in the wild and someone can just fucking steal it, I'm sure, because it's really that good of a pretense baseline. But it's on the sense of like, you ever read dating profiles? Everyone says they love movies, cuddling, walks in the woods. But yet every time I walk in the woods, I don't ever see anybody. When in theory, that should be the one place you should go. And it should be arm to arm men and women looking to fucking hook up because they all love going in the woods. Not true. And then you wonder why when you hook up on a date, it just doesn't work out in the long run because none of you were honest on the fucking get-go. So that's the pretense for the lead-in. But so it's bird watching. And again, I'm excited for it. I actually have at my house all the birds in the country. It's a book, and I have all the birds for New England. So like, not saying I study it and I go into the woods and I'm like, oh, look, it's the titmouse. It's just cool to know what your local birds and wildlife is. So if this can bring a little bit of education, wink, wink, get you outdoors, but maybe spark an interest of like, holy shit, I didn't know that birds. I mean, it
You might
sounds so
see the
silly
bird.
to say.
You might learn about a bird in the game and fucking one day see it flying around and be like, dude, that's the cardinal.
You start making those connections.
Yeah.
It might trigger something for someone to go, I didn't know bird
Totally
watching
with you.
could be this fun.
Totally
It sounds
with you.
crazy to say, but it can be a
Next,
useful
we're going to get a
trigger.
mushroom hunting game, mushroom foraging game.
The disclaimer that would come with that.
Yeah,
though.
like, do not fucking eat random mushrooms, bro. You'll die. Even if you think you know what it is.
All right, kids, we're going to go search for amanitas today.
There's so many mushrooms that look identical,
Yeah.
but aren't. Like, the difference of death.
Have you heard the people who use the animal theory? Well, if an animal eats it, I can eat it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you can also fucking die because they can eat a lot of shit you can't eat.
Yeah, we have
It's like,
different digestive systems. Like, things
Yeah.
don't work like that. And yeah, sometimes like ones that might look like the chicken of the woods or whatever aren't always chicken of the woods. You know what I mean?
In our state next to us, Connecticut, we were doing a show out there. Board of Health was like real strict. We got through fine. Everything was good. We were like, wow, you guys are overly. And they go, you have no idea what's been going on. I go, what? They're like, restaurants are buying mushrooms from like, there's a lot of people that go foraging, especially in our area. And they're like, it has to go through a process.
Yeah.
You can't be guaranteed, but the prices are so good. It's like a backdoor deal. Like buying a cow that fell off the truck. And they're like, it's become an issue with restaurants because they want mushrooms. They just don't want to pay top dollar for it.
Well, and again, like
It's not all restaurants. It's,
there's a lot of mushrooms that look really similar.
real convincing.
Real similar. You
Till
can
you're
go
dead.
You can look at the picture and go, oh, that's it. But it's not it.
Chat said I could eat it.
Yeah. And then you're dead.
And
So I'm
chat
with
don't
you.
care about me. So.
The disclaimer on that. But I think that there might be potential
Yeah,
for a mushroom
for-
foraging game too.
And I'm for kind of anything educational. If I can learn something, I feel.
I want to get you in. I want to hear your thoughts on this game ASAP. Because you've been hyped
I'm
for
excited.
it for a while.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Can't forget it.
Tweet.
So End Dreams.
Tweet Productions would have been good.
Stop it. That's a great
Developed
studio
by
name.
Duffel. Yeah. See, I just gave it away.
Great game studio name. Tweet.
Tweet. It has so many different means.
Too funny. I have so much to say.
Oh, we
Okay.
have to steal that.
So
Not steal it. It's ours. Tweet Productions.
End Dreams, they
Good studio.
Yeah, and they announced a kind of like sleeper or a sister studio that's going to work on smaller projects of theirs called End Dreams Compass. They've announced their first game to come out of End Dreams Compass, their debut game called Wreckin' Raccoon. They call it a chaos simulator where you wreak havoc as a trash panda The Upload VR said the premise is reminiscent of I Am Cat. It's set in a cartoon roadside diner, and yeah, you're just gonna cause freaking havoc in this game. Okay. So
you kind of dig the I Am Cat taunting the old lady. I mean, it wasn't longevity.
I saw the potential of it. To me, I call it streamer bait. Like, it's really looks good when game streamers stream it and have fun, but then you play it and you go, what do I do? There's like no depth to it, you know?
I think it was more of a tech flex.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it on day one and I messaged you and went, this is going to sell really good.
Dude, you did in the times you did play it though. There were some times your laughter was like legit.
Yeah, the first time I saw that you could mess up the grandma.
Yeah, when you were messing with the old lady,
she whacks you in it too.
You're like, dude, this game is freaking.
If you piss her off, she takes a frying pan and whacks you upside the head with it.
But if they prove the mechanics can work and they were able to figure stuff out and then share, we know how the community is in VR. It's still open a little. So they probably shared some of that with other companies, developers. We all win, right?
Mm-hmm. And this one's only $7.99 as
Wrecking
well.
Raccoon.
It's got a great name, right?
Wrecking Raccoon.
Mm-hmm. Like Wreck-It Ralph, but you're
Can you kill it and eat it?
I don't know.
Get some raccoon stew?
But you know, you see the pictures, you just grab a bunch of stuff and you really just cause chaos. The graphics do look very I Am Cat-ish. I see that comparison, but I'll have to check it out myself. $7.99 on the Quest store. Oh, there's one of the pictures. You're holding poop in your hand, and the guy's puking.
It's steaming. Maybe he ate it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay,
that's wrong.
I'm down.
Brother.
Not for eating poop, but for trying to steam.
I'm sold as soon as
I want to rick me some raccoon.
Interesting.
Sweet. Okay, this will be real short and sweet. I promise. I have. Oh my god, it disappeared. Holy crap, it did. I made promises I couldn't keep. My article literally just, as I said that and it came out of my pie hole, it disappeared. So the Horizon
whatever
Oculus,
the hell the name is.
We'll call it Oculus Plus. No, they get angry. It is Horizon Plus. We'll call it their monthly games. Subscription service. Pay, you get a couple games every single month. Who knows what it could be? I'm not going to lie. Holy crap. The resume they have already of games that you can get is disturbing, right? Some bangers, dude. Walkabout mini golf, freaking Demeo's in there if I remember correctly. You almost don't need nothing more. But you know what they're giving you now this month? They're giving you Vampire the Masquerade, Justice.
Great game.
Ready for this? Ghost Town.
What?
Fucking game of the year.
What?
Right? Now, here's what's weird. You know how I call it game of the year all the time, or a potential for game of the year? Mm-hmm. I know you've agreed it's a struggle right now. To date, I don't have anyone that's knocked it really hard. Man, I could have sworn there was a mention of Upload really liked it. Like it was.
I mean, dude, I'm hard pressed to say play the game and don't like it. It just came out this year. It's
crazy. Not even scary.
It's crazy. It's on Horizon Plus.
Yeah. I actually was like, is there another Ghost Town I'm not thinking about? Dude, until I saw that graphic. That's a freaking great
day one Quest user with Quest Plus, Horizon Plus, whatever the hell it's called, Oculus Plus. They get Ghost Town this month. And this is their only available this month. Like, dude, redeem it. If you have Quest Plus, redeem it.
So this isn't in quotes, but it is said in the article, released back in April. We consider, meaning Upload, right? I'll say as a whole, Ghost Town to not just be one of the best VR games out this year, but amongst the best of all time.
I can't disagree either.
All time strong, but it holds its own with all time. I don't know what would be all time, dude. For standalone.
I know it's hard to make an all time list, especially for story based games, but I can't say that they're inaccurate saying that. Like,
and of course, Vampire the Masquerade. That was fun.
Maybe Fast Travel Games' best in-house game.
It's almost wish they could have sat on the Vampire one for a little while though.
It released the same month as Assassin's Creed Nexus and just lost all momentum because
I watched
of Assassin's Creed. And it's a good game.
In real time, and it sucked because even with us and how we played, it's like, what did we do? We went to Assassin's Creed, right?
Not talking their published games, but Fast Travel's in-house games. I think Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah. Good game.
Mannequin and Ghost Signal. That's their best games.
Dude, you might find this weird. I think Mannequin's their best of the three.
I'm not saying that's incorrect either. Like
as far as like,
it's a damn good game.
As far as like really fun game, I played that with Miles. Way back when?
You played it with, I know, Jamie.
Oh, it was Jamie. Yeah.
It was Jamie. Different British guy.
I profiled. Sorry to our UK.
All of you Brits are the same.
Y'all sound the same. It shows you just how nice Jamie is. If I confuse him for Miles, and if I confuse Miles for Jamie, it just proves how nice.
I think Jamie was working with fast travel at that time.
It's possible. Yeah, in some capacity.
And that's why
I played with Henry. Yes, Henry was part of that play session.
Mannequin was a good game.
Dude.
I actually wasn't involved in that because it was during a work day when I was at the gym.
I think that was my first real...
I think you did damn good in it, too.
I was finding my groove with some others, but I think when I played with Jamie, it got...
Unfair?
Dude, Jamie was good.
Yeah.
Like, Jamie, I think at one point it was everyone versus Jamie.
There's been 2 PlayStations that you've taken part in with games that I haven't been involved with.
Oh, Pop 1.
That and a Pop 1. And both times you represented us good.
I lit.
Tribe messaged us after and was like, yo, the fuck was that?
I didn't even, it's like, you just ping, 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 ping. I don't care who I'm killing, dude. I didn't know that he kept coming back and I kept pinging him. Yeah, that was fun.
So both times you've done play sessions without me there, you've represented us good. So I'm happy there.
Yeah, so that's 2 bangers out on Quest Plus. I'm almost feeling more sympathy for developers putting your game out for sale. It's like, I'm not going to lie, dude. Put yourself into the mindset of the new user day one. I just spent all my money on the headset. I heard rumor I get 3 months of something for free with the purchase. I try it and I'm like, OMG.
Ghost Town, Vampire the Masquerade, Walkabout Mini Golf, Red Matter 1, I Expect You to Die.
Dude.
Depending on your location, Ghost of Tabor.
Too much.
There's so many good games in Quest. Quest Plus or Horizon Plus is such good value.
Yeah.
At this point, like you get so many good games.
This is usually when I would go into my Xbox spiel, but this is a very sensitive subject this week.
Well, they've doubled the price of the Game Pass.
No. They added $10.
$10?
It was $19.
Okay, now it's 30.
It went up $10.
Now it's 30.
I am justifying this in
now
my
it's
head.
30. Well,
what I will say though is the day they did the announcement, they sent out emails. I got my email, like I was like, oh man, it'd be nice if they threw a little something to the long termers. I know Inferno's in that boat. Had this shit since it was like beta, bro. Let's give it to me. No, you're gonna get 29. They are doing a lot though. And I'm not justifying the price.
I don't think that what they're adding increases it. Fortnite, they're adding
No. It's the promise of pretty much like, dude, and they changed their UI for Game Pass on the Xbox the same day this shit went down. And because it's official, there's no avoiding it. And I'm like, I'm not real fond. They need to change. This happens a lot. They do something and like 3 days later, it's back to what it should have been. And I was really looking at the games they're giving. It's a lot. They added a lot.
Games. What
75 a year.
They've added they've told you what they're adding to it. They've added Fortnite to it. They're adding EA Play to it, and I believe something with Call of Duty.
No Call of Duty. I think no Call of Duty was the caveat.
Oh, okay. It was something that they've added old games of.
But I'm pretty sure Call of Duty's on there.
What made me laugh was when they did their announcement.
Maybe it is Call of Duty's thing. I thought they were taking it off though.
Yeah.
I might still have the email. It was sad.
They did the best corporate thing where they were like, we've listened to your feedback. Like nobody told you to fucking
Nobody said I want to pay $10 more.
Okay, so to justify the increase of Ultimate, Microsoft has increased the number of day one releases per year to 75,
which is big.
Added it was Ubisoft Classics they added to it, and Fortnite Crew.
Fortnite I don't care about.
Yeah, and Ubisoft Classics, most of those games were kind of on there already.
It's called Classics because they're old.
Yeah. I don't think what they added justified it.
I'm sad, but
$30 is a tough sell. Dude, that's what got me off of Shadow PC.
But listen, man, the past couple of years, the day one launches they've put on Game Pass is no fucking joke. It's like,
no,
dude. if you bought any one of those, it's pretty much Game Pass for the year. Mm-hmm. That's how I'm looking at it. All they got to do is drop, dude. What if they drop?
I liked my Ultimate for $19.99. At $29.99, I'm debating canceling it.
I get it.
It's what happened with Shadow PC. Shadow PC at $14.99.
Well, they
steal.
They went up to like 50.
No, they went from $14.99 to 30.
30?
Same price that Game Pass is right now, with way more value. Shadow PC, you got a gaming PC out of.
Yeah, I'm holding my Xbox for a little while.
There's some rumors.
I can't.
There's some rumors though that they're going to drop a free tier for Game Pass that's ad supported, and I'll just go to that. I'll watch an ad before.
Like mid-game ad or pre-game ad?
I think it would be pre-game load up.
That's not bad.
I would drop my subscription for that in a heartbeat.
I remember some old school web games that make you watch like so many videos to yeah, it was the trade-off. I mean, they still do it with app games.
If they end up doing an ad tier, I'll save it.
That's the one you're jumping on?
It's just 100%. It's just Microsoft's had a rough month between this increasing their hardware cost to the top Xbox model now being $800, and then they announced the price of their handheld system, and it's over $1,000. That's tough. Somebody's smoking the pipe over at Microsoft with pricing.
Yeah, I'm more upset about the UI change than the price.
A bad UI change will get me heated.
They do this all the time.
Yeah, everyone does.
You'll go in and you'll go to look for your shit. And you'll be like,
I'll say right now, I'm on version 81 on the public test channel of Quest, and the navigator interface that they have there, I spent 10 minutes looking how to send you a party call.
Oh, yeah, I read your Facebook message you sent me when you're like, look.
Can you please send me a party invite? I don't know how to invite you.
Yeah.
It is so bad. It is so 10 out of 10 bad UI.
I'm happy that I have that on the backup
on
one.
your 3S. Yeah.
Oh, no, I have it on my 3.
Yeah, your backup 3.
Yeah. But I was scared to death to put it on my... When I heard the words never go back.
No, I put it on my Pro one, my main one. And let me tell you right now, the navigator sucks.
There's some good features to it, dude.
There's some steps in the right direction.
Yeah.
There's a lot of steps in the wrong direction, too.
You know what you signed up for?
Dude, it's just like, I don't think anything should
ever
be that...
I had anxiety, though, when you told me. I'm like, you're using your main headset with that?
Things should never be that hard, how to figure out how to do basic things,
Like get out of something.
Or like just send you a party chat. How do I say? I have to wait until I get the notification that says...
And that's risky because you're not always going to get that.
Finally, after 10 minutes, it goes, Stratus Ruff Talk VR is online. You want to send him a friend request or a party chat? I was like, yes, please. Yeah, it's so bad. But anyway, speaking of public test channel, at Connect 2 weeks ago, Meta announced the Meta Horizon engine, which is a game engine that's replacing Unity for Horizon Worlds that allow you to use the game engine to develop Horizon Worlds. And you even were shooting to me some game ideas that you might want to make. I won't talk about.
Yeah, please don't.
But you wanna make them.
They're pretty good though, right? Or it's good?
Yeah, there's something there. And then they also announced with that at the same time that they're bringing the game engine, they're bringing Immersive Home, which is a new home environment as well. Currently, it advertises Meta Connect still in it. But Meta rolled out and announced the first details of their game engine. Here's what they've said about the game engine. For assets, it's going to use a robust, data-driven, and creator-controlled asset pipeline that supports modern local workflows and standard tools and familiar middleware like Popcorn FX for effects, Fmod for sound, and Noises for UI, and PhysicsX for physics. It's going to have a spatial audio system that stitches together experience sound and immersive media formats and hybrid mixed voice-over IP into a single immersive experience. It's going to use a first-class integration of meta avatars, providing consistent embodiment and interaction behavior across the platform and network cross-instance crowd systems. There's going to be, for networking, a secure and scalable actor-based network topology that allows for low-latency player-predicted interactions. It's going to have a mobile and VR first-forward renderer and a physics-based shader model, built-in lighting baker. I don't need to go over the rest of this, but if you're a developer interested in experiencing the Horizon game engine, they have started to roll out the features of it, and the engine will work on Horizon World for both VR and mixed reality and mobile phones as well. So cool stuff.
Sweetness. So I'll talk about this. I'm going to try it. I don't know. Scary shit.
Too scary. Just off the thumbnail.
So
hard no for me, but that's not because of quality. That's because I'm a wuss with horror games.
So this originally came out in flat screen in 2020 called Maid of Sker. So it's VR horror, dude, based on some Welsh folklore.
Can't do it. Nope, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I'm not gonna lie, man. The image they use,
it looks real scary. It looks like Exorcist vibe,
like
right?
Iron gates with the ivory growing on it, and then some girl with the hand covered over the mouth.
How about this? You let me know how it is.
But let's get into the nuts and bolts of this, shall we? So they are drawing on traditional Welsh folklore, which I'm sure the likes of people have grown up hearing horror stories, and now they'll get to play it. This is coming in November, right around the corner, on Quest, PSVR2, and Steam. And here we go. It is considered a psychological gothic and British horror. Didn't know British had their own unique horror versus American horror. I would think a nightmare is a nightmare no matter what part of the rock you live on, right? So you're going to play as a person named Thomas Evans. You've been invited by your partner who's named Elizabeth Williams.
What's up, Elizabeth?
You're going to begin investigating the hotel after her family begins acting unusually. So, okay, this is left turn city here. This is going to require a stealthier approach since you can be tracked by sound, and you'll need to stop this cult of quote unquote sound-based enemies known as the Quiet Ones. So instead of fending off enemies with like normal weapons, guns, sword, knives, all sorts of stuff that makes you feel warm and fuzzy when you're fighting to stay alive, now you get none of that. You get a sound device with limited ammunition that's going to help you avoid an untimely end. So
great, you can die in it. Awesome.
And which I have a feeling is going to be a reoccurring theme when you play it, and you're going to have to know when to use this defensive device to mask a sound. I like when games do this, and you have to use like thunder or lightning as a moment to move.
I like when horror games you can't actually die in.
Yeah, well, this one you can. Mature 17, 17 plus for intense violence, blood and gore, and strong language. Wow, my kind of people, but I'm going to be scared to death. I want to try it. I don't see anywhere in here where Henry wrote this. I don't see in here where he's saying he was scared to death. And if I remember correctly, horror is not Henry's jam. Am I crazy in that?
I feel like I've had that impression too, but I need to check with him again.
How's this? It's an article. It's not very long.
It's very fact.
It's very fact-based. A couple of quotes, who you play as, how you're playing, fending off enemies, fucking the end. There is no, and I got my hands on it, and I went through 2 pairs of pants.
Well, it is out on flat screen, right? So
2020.
Maybe it's on Game Pass or something. Speaking of which, maybe you could check it out before you hop into a VR environment of it.
I've never seen this.
VR horror is so scary, man.
Dude, even if it's on flat screen, it's not going to hit the same.
What you did to me in Flock of the Low God, I'm haunted by.
That's a day one for everyone. Someone get a brand new headset. That's the game I'm letting them go.
What, Flock of the Low God?
Yeah. Just
I remember you being like, dude, the intro's not even that bad. And you knew what was coming. Then you heard my reaction.
Go to the gun range, man. You're golden.
It was 11 p.m. at night. Home alone. In my living room alone, I mean. Yeah. Dark. I hear you piss yourself laughing when I hit the very part you knew I did. I remember you told me one time you played the game and you just like found a safe corner.
Yeah, I just stood there.
And just stood there and shut off the headset.
Yeah. I realized, I'm like, if I just stand at the end of this hallway, I ain't got to do shit. It's not triggering anybody to come after me.
Do you remember me freaking out in there when I was like, dude, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like to feel like this when I game. This isn't why I play video games. I play video games to
you were laying it out. You were just waiting for me to go, all right, let's not play.
And you were like, nah, dude, just 10 more minutes.
Like, just at least try it. Like, this isn't why I got into VR. I do this because I have fun. This doesn't feel like fun to me. Being scared isn't a good time to me. Like, nah, dude, just do at least until the title runs. Nothing bad happens until the title runs.
You knew bad stuff happened.
Oh, holy shit. Great game, though. Flock of the Low God. Real easy to overlook that one.
Too funny.
Dude, we could do a whole day's episode on all the overlooked gems.
Oh my god,
that
that's
still
one of them.
exist.
How about oh my goodness, their other one.
Twilight Zone?
No,
Scary Game?
no, their other game.
Flock of the Low God. Oh, why'd you do this?
Let me just look it up real quick, and then I'll go through my last one.
Who's the developer?
Dan Clifton.
Oh,
The game that we always thought should have been on the main store.
oh, the movie puzzle game, Atlas Mystery.
There we go.
Damn,
The
I
Atlas
never
Mystery.
get those.
That's a jam right there. If you've never played Atlas Mystery, go check it out.
Dude,
All right.
don't even get me started on that one.
So we got our YouTube live to hop to. So I'll go too quick on this one because I've already pushed it back 20 minutes.
That's right. My last one is like
So was
literally a
mine.
sentence.
I almost ripped this one out because it's rumors. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman,
Oh,
Apple has apparently moved staff off of the upcoming cheaper and lighter version of the Vision Pro headset, which was set to come out soon. Which, by the way, was leaked by the FCC a day before this as well too. It went on the FCC's website, so I don't know which is true. Either they got FCC certification on it, or
that we know is true.
that part's true, or
Doesn't mean they have to
the
use
Gurman
it.
report is true. One of these is true.
I think there's a little truth in both.
Probably. They probably got it certified, but they're pushing back the timeline of it.
Yep.
But Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has reported that Apple's moving staff off of the cheaper and lighter Vision Pro headset that was set to come out, and to prioritize shipping their smart glasses displays sooner. So I'd say that that's a reaction to the Meta display glasses that just came out.
Yeah. Well, we saw it.
But we're seeing it with the Vision Pro. Now
Yeah.
we're seeing it with these glasses. Apple is reacting to Meta instead of leading the charge. And that's going to piss a lot of Apple fanboys off.
If it were a fight,
Apple's
Meta
on the-
came out and they're holding the center of the ring.
Yeah, I mean, Apple's on the back foot on
Dude.
both of these.
Unexpected.
Apple had such a lead on them hardware-wise and software-wise. It's pretty inexcusable for Apple leadership to be this far behind Meta.
Dude, it'd be cool to have AI actually present AI with both the company's info and have them fight based on their info.
There are people who say that the Vision Pro is like the best standalone headset that's ever come, but it's $3,500. It's not selling anywhere close.
Half the price of a cheap used car.
I mean,
That's crazy.
Apple does have potential to make waves with their display glasses when they come out because of established name brand and stuff like that. But the reality is, by the time they come out with their first, Meta might be on their second, if not third generation. Like, Apple's on the back foot here. Very surprising.
Oh, yeah, no.
I would not have
100%.
guessed this 10 years ago.
In boxing, they're in a corner. In an MMA match, they're against the cage.
Look,
and it's not like they can't get out of it, but it's going to take a lot.
An Apple without Steve Jobs and with Tim Cook instead is not the same Apple that it had.
No.
Steve Jobs was a one of a kind.
Well, he was very eccentric.
There's a lot, there's good, there's bad.
I
things
love
to
that we
say,
met the only person that ever was his boss.
Yeah.
That feels so that feels more powerful than all the accomplishments he did.
Well, no matter how you feel about
Holy
Apple,
crap.
like Steve Jobs was a visionary. Like the smartphone, the iPhone wouldn't be what it is without Steve Jobs pushing it the way it did. And to be honest with you, if
Dude,
Steve
they
Jobs,
crush it in the watch game, dude.
if Steve Jobs was on the product team still alive when the Vision Pro came out, it would have been a different headset. Pricing wise, like his vision of timeline wise, they would have gotten it out better, faster. And I'd argue if Steve Jobs was still here, they wouldn't be on the back foot like they are against Meta. Meta has them, like you said, he used a great
He was
example.
a visionary, man. So
Meta
he
is
would've-
taking the center of the cage, and Apple's like, they're losing the rounds.
Yeah.
5-round fight. They're in the third round.
It's like the most underutilized punch in all sports, the jab.
Yeah, they're getting jabbed.
They're not getting knocked out.
Nope. Meta's
They're
just
getting-
controlling the center. That doesn't mean Apple can't come back in the 5th round and get a knockout. It happens.
There's no tie up going on.
But Meta's
Just little-
Meta's going into the 4th round, up three rounds.
Apple
controlling the
responds
center
with
of the cage.
a real heavy right. Puh, doesn't do shit.
Yep.
Has them going, what do I do now? That's all we have.
Yeah. No, it's real
Yeah,
interesting. I never would have thought this would have been the case 10 years ago.
Watching it play out like this has been interesting. Okay. So I will try to stay focused on my last one. Short and sweet. Iron Rebellion, $24.99. Steam and Quest. So ready for this? They're going from 8-player to 16-player Warzones in their new update. So I guess performance-wise, it just was not theoretically possible a while ago. Probably would have burned our faces off, but
16 player.
16-player.
For a game like this,
It's needed.
That's going to be fun. Definitely going to want to check that out.
Yup. Improved performance on Quest hardware by up to 25% in some cases.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good stuff. Definitely going to have to check this one out. I love a good mech game.
Yeah, and I do agree. Extra players are needed. 8's a little small.
Remember World of Mechs? That was another one that maybe came out too early. So.
Dude, a lot of games in hindsight, but whatever. I don't want to digresseration.
All right. So, upcoming VR games through the month of October. This one's coming out on Tuesday. So excited for it. Star Wars Beyond Victory, a mixed reality playset coming October 7th to the MetaQuest 3. No Quest 2 users there, just Quest 3. But this is one of those games. This is one of those games that get you to
look good.
Oh, last thing I want to say on the headset numbers on Steam that we didn't get to is just like a cool indication is it's showing that premium PCVR users have mostly upgraded from a Quest 2. Like now they're on
3.
It's got to be selling. I'm curious the user counts in games, but anyway, Super RC coming October 8th to the MetaQuest.
I'm curious how many down low like publicly hate Meta, but they secretly own a headset.
Yeah, well,
we've seen some
those numbers,
dude. We've seen some developers that said, "I'll never wear one." And they're like, it ain't too bad.
Those numbers seem to say a lot of people use them.
All right.
The Phoenix Gene coming October 8th to PC VR. Love the Studio Hero Animation. They were on the last Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase. Memoriam October 9th to the MetaQuest. Dreams of Another looks trippy as hell. October 10th to PlayStation VR 2. Europa Prime to October 14th on the MetaQuest. Reach has potential to be one of the biggest releases this year, so long as they can market and hype it properly, because I feel like it's not getting the hype it deserves for how close it is. Reach coming October 16th to PC VR, PlayStation VR 2, and MetaQuest. Vex Mage coming October 16th to MetaQuest from the publishing wing of Fast Travel Games. Site Alexandre coming October 17th to the MetaQuest. I feel so bad. I meant to let you take the first half. So
it's all right. I already got it down.
Okay.
It's good. I learned my lesson last week.
Trenches VR coming October 22nd
I saw that
to
coming
PCVR.
too, and I'm like, you're a dick.
I meant it. I meant
You're like, I won't do you like I did last week, dude. Don't worry.
Dude, I just realized right now that you should be doing this first
after
half.
giving me
so
hyphen MJ65 CMX.
SSP, SCP, whatever the hell.
Fuck.
So Trenches VR coming October 22nd to PC VR, PSVR 2, and MetaQuest. Homeworld Vast Reaches going October 23rd to PC VR. And Wanderer, The Fragments of Fate coming October 23rd to PC VR.
Dude, The Wanderer has been in the
news
for 3 years.
I know.
Up to and including them socially saying, look, no more saying and then what happened?
Won't be surprised if it's delayed.
All right, let me try to focus on this because Home Slice over here left me with a doozy. The Amygdala Protocol coming October 24th on Quest. Woohoo! Arcane Age coming October 30th. Quest 3, October 24th. It's shit. A couple more times that gets said, huh? Arcane Age, October 30th, Quest 3. House of Golf VR coming October 30th on Quest. We got a lot of Quest releases this month. This is cool. Little Planet, October 30th on Quest. My Evil Doctor. Wowza. That is a lot of jokes. My Evil Doctor coming October 30th on Quest. Zero Caliber 2 remastered October 30th on PC VR. Awesome Asteroids. I literally thought it said Awesome Steroids. Awesome Asteroids coming October 2025 on Quest by Grid Alone. Sounds hard and rough. October 2025 PCVR. Chaos Method. October 2025 PSVR 2. Sinscape VR coming October 2025 on Quest. This one's a good one. Darts VR 2 coming out hard. Bullseye. It's actually Darts VR 2 Bullseye coming October 2025 on PCVR, Pico, PSVR 2, and Quest. Drop Dead the Cabin finally coming out sometime in October on PCVR. I hope that hype picks up too when that hits the PC world. Kingdom of Blood Prologue coming October 2025 on Quest. La Pandora's Box coming October 2025 on Quest. I love how there's no hard dates to any of these. Mulan 2125, not to be confused with Mulan Ridge. Mulan coming 2125 October 2025 on Quest. Project Freefall, which we discussed, October 2025 on Quest. Scared by Squares
Hype for that one.
Yup. October 2025, PCVR and Quest NN Zero Caliber Remastered coming October 2025. Not just for PCVR as earlier discussed, but also on PSVR2. Whew, that's it.
Well, good stuff.
Amy Goodalla.
So, got to wrap this up to get into our YouTube live, which we do usually around 3 p.m., 3:30, something depending on how long we're going.
We went off on that discussion, bro.
I think that would be a fun one. That was good. That's
people
the type
getting
of
a taste of the real discussions that take place off air.
Usually we're so friendly with each other, people don't even know. People don't even know.
They have no idea.
They have no idea the thing.
Dude, my favorite is when we'll debate something and one of us will take a devil's advocate stance just to throw debate.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned. Ruffathon, Saturday, November 1st. Ruff Talk VR Gaming Showcase, Saturday, December 13th. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Discord server. See you on the YouTube lives. And if you're a developer interested in participating in the participating in the Ruff Talk VR Showcase, visit the link below. If you're interested in sponsoring either event, fill out that link as well, and we'll hit you up or hit us up either way. If you, like we said before, you've ever want to support it, now's the time. And we will check you out next week. Ciao, ciao.